What if I told you there's a drone out there capable of taking off from its home base, flying intercontinentally for over 10,000 kilometers, dropping more than 2 tons of precision weapons on a target, and loitering in the sky for nearly 2 straight days without ever touching down? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the newest nightmare on the radar screen coming out of China, the Chengdu Wing Loong-3. Unveiled to massive fanfare at the Zhuhai Air Show, this strategic-level hunter-killer drone is sending shockwaves through the global defense industry and forcing superpowers like the United States to pay very close attention to the rapidly shifting balance of power in the skies. If we look at the evolution of warfare over the last decade, especially observing recent conflicts in Eastern Europe and the Middle East, it's crystal clear that the paradigm has fundamentally shifted. Modern warfare isn't just about boots on the ground or fielding massive tank battalions anymore. It's about unmanned tech, artificial intelligence, electronic warfare, and extreme long-range precision strikes. And China has proven that they are no longer just copycats or benchwarmers in this game. They are actively setting new standards. The arrival of the Wing Loong-3 is a massive, unprecedented leap forward from its predecessor, the Wing Loong-2. We aren't just talking about a standard medium-altitude patrol drone here. This is a male UAV, medium-altitude long endurance, packing what its developers proudly claim are intercontinental capabilities. That's a word usually reserved for heavy strategic bombers or intercontinental ballistic missiles. Let's put this into perspective. A 10,000-kilometer operational range means its reach is terrifyingly vast, effectively neutralizing the so-called tyranny of distance that militaries often struggle with in the Pacific theater. Just picture this. With that kind of extreme range, this drone could take off from deep within mainland China, loiter over the entire South China Sea, completely bypass the first island chain, punch right through the second island chain, and reach deep into the Pacific Ocean. It could even cover active conflict zones in the Middle East or North Africa, completely eliminating the need for forward-deployed bases. And it does all of this while the operators are safely sipping coffee, holding their joysticks, and monitoring real-time satellite feeds in an air-conditioned, highly secure command center in Beijing. This is power projection on a massive global scale, with absolutely zero cost to human life on their end. But what truly makes the Wing Loong-3 a beast isn't just how far it can fly, it's its sheer physical size and its devastating payload capacity. Older generation drones might carry 4 to 6 lightweight missiles strictly for tactical strikes against insurgents or lightly armored convoys. The Wing Loong-3, however, has been massively scaled up to handle near-peer conflicts. It can carry a staggering 2,300 kilograms. That's over 2 tons on external hardpoints, plus another 300 kilograms tucked away in an internal weapons bay. That internal bay is a critical design choice. It reduces drag to maximize fuel efficiency and significantly shrinks the drone's radar cross-section, making it much harder for enemy air defenses to detect. It features a total of 9 hardpoints, 4 under each massive wing and 1 reinforced point under the belly. And it wasn't built to just drop a few laser-guided bunker busters. This platform functions as a flying arsenal ship, designed to carry almost everything in the People's Liberation Army's inventory. Let's break down the loadout, because this is where Western military analysts are getting seriously concerned. First, let's talk about air-to-air capabilities. The Wing Loong-3 carries the PL-10E, an advanced export variant short-range air-to-air missile. Normally, large drones are slow, cumbersome, and considered absolute sitting ducks for enemy air jets, but the Wing Loong-3, equipped with a highly maneuverable missile like the PL-10E, fundamentally changes the engagement math. It allows the Wing Loong-3 to actively defend itself, or even go on the offensive to hunt down enemy helicopters, AWACS aircraft, or rival drones. Next, for ground engagements, it packs BA-7 anti-tank missiles and AG-300 air-to-ground missiles, allowing it to systematically punch through the heavy armor of modern main tank battle tanks from miles away. But the biggest surprise, and a very clear nod to China's aggressive maritime anti-access area denial or A2AD strategy, is its ability to carry and drop sonobuoys for anti-submarine warfare. Think about the implications of that. You have a drone hunting silent nuclear-powered submarines. A single Wing Loong-3 could theoretically patrol a massive stretch of ocean for 40 hours, drop a network of sonobuoys, detect an acoustic anomaly, and instantly relay those coordinates back to naval strike groups or launch its own anti-ship munitions. It's an all-in-one strategic platform: maritime patrol, ground attack, fleet defense, and sub-hunting, all rolled into one airframe. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. If the specs are this aggressive, how does it actually stack up against the undisputed, combat-proven king of the skies, the American MQ-9 Reaper? The Reaper has been the gold standard for over 2 decades, striking fear into the hearts of combatants across the globe. I've pulled the hard data and put together a head-to-head comparison, breaking down everything from physical size and payload to the crucial metrics of cost per flight hour. Let's look at the numbers right here. Looking closely at that data, if we put aside brand trust and the decades of actual gritty combat pedigree the MQ-9 earned in the mountains of Afghanistan and the deserts of Iraq, and just look at the raw engineering, China's intent is blatantly obvious. The Wing Loong-3 was built specifically to neutralize the advantages of Western unmanned systems. Look at the physical footprint. The Wing Loong-3 boasts a wingspan of 24 meters. To put that in perspective, that's almost as wide as a Boeing 737 passenger jet. The Reaper sits noticeably smaller at 20 meters. That massive size directly translates to the maximum takeoff weight, or MTWO, which hits an astonishing 6,200 kilograms, leaving the Reaper's 4,700 kilograms completely in the dust. Why does weight matter? Because a bigger, sturdier airframe means it carries drastically more aviation fuel without compromising structural integrity. That's exactly how Chinese engineers achieved that staggering 10,000-kilometer range and the ability to loiter on station for over 40 hours, compared to the Reaper's 30. In modern combat, endurance is everything. That kind of loiter time allows military commanders to maintain a constant, unblinking eye over a battlefield, outweighting enemy air defenses and striking at the perfect moment. It is an incalculable tactical advantage. And with a bigger frame comes a significantly heavier punch. The Wing Loong-3 carries 2,300 kilograms of ordnance across 9 hardpoints, compared to the Reaper's 1,700 across 7. In a real-world sortie, the Wing Loong-3 can engage more targets, destroy more infrastructure, and blanket a much wider area with destruction before ever needing to fly home to rearm. But here is the real game-changer in the global arms market, and it's something the Pentagon is losing sleep over. It's not the physical size, and it's not the endurance records. It's the sheer economics of the platform. We're entering an era of warfare defined by attritable mass, the idea that you don't need a few perfectly engineered indestructible weapons, you need thousands of good enough weapons that are cheap to replace when they inevitably get shot down. Look at the cost per flight hour line. Flying an MQ-9 Reaper costs the US military around $3,000 to $4,000 an hour just in maintenance and operational overhead. The Wing Loong-3, built on Chinese heavily localized, vertically integrated supply chains and their mass manufacturing philosophy, is estimated to cost just $500 to $1,000 an hour to fly. And then look at the unit acquisition cost. For a platform that matches or even beats the Reaper in several key metrics, the Wing Loong-3 is less than half the price. An MQ-9 will run you well over $32 million today. The Wing Loong-3, roughly $15 million. This highlights the terrifying efficiency of the Chinese defense industrial base. If you lose a $32 million Reaper, it triggers a congressional investigation and a tactical headache. If China loses a Wing Loong-3, they just roll another one off the assembly line. In a protracted, drawn-out conflict where defense budgets are stretched thin, for the price of one single Reaper squadron, a nation could buy 2 full squadrons of Wing Loong-3s, field them simultaneously, and run them daily for a fraction of the cost. In modern warfare, high-volume production and replaceability can and will dictate who wins and who loses. Beyond just the raw specs and the attractive price tags, we absolutely cannot ignore the geopolitical angle of this release. Historically, the United States has maintained incredibly strict export controls on advanced weapons, especially armed drones, governed by agreements like the MTCR, Missile Technology Control Regime. Foreign buyers face intense congressional scrutiny, strict end-use monitoring, and comprehensive human rights checks. This bureaucratic red tape has deeply frustrated a lot of allied nations, particularly in the Middle East, North Africa, and Asia, severely limiting their access to top-tier American tech. China, on the other hand, operates with a highly opportunistic open-door policy. They will sell you their absolute best, military-grade technology with almost no political strings attached. We've already seen countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE heavily integrate earlier Chinese drones, like the CH-4 and Wing Loong-2, into their armed forces for this exact reason. The Wing Loong-3 is a loud, undeniable declaration that China is ready to step into this power vacuum. They are positioning themselves to be the premium arms supplier of choice, offering size, cutting-edge specs, and unmatched affordability to directly challenge American military dominance and diplomatic influence in global security. Ultimately, while the Wing Loong-3's spec sheet looks phenomenal on paper, the true test of any weapon is actual chaotic combat. Can its software architecture, its satellite data links, and its Chinese-built turboprop engines survive heavy electronic warfare, spoofing, and intense jamming from a sophisticated near-peer adversary? Can it operate in a highly contested airspace where American or European stealth fighters are hunting it? Only time, and inevitably the next major conflict, will tell. But one thing is absolutely certain. Its arrival sets a terrifying new benchmark. It guarantees that the battle space of the next decade is going to be more fiercely contested, highly automated, and wildly unpredictable than anything we've ever seen in human history. What do you guys think? With its massive footprint, intercontinental reach, and slashed price tag, can the Wing Loong-3 actually steal significant market share and officially dethrone the MQ-9 Reaper? Or will the battle-tested AI, superior sensor suites, and precision of Western tech keep the ultimate edge? Drop your thoughts, theories, and analysis in the comments below. I always love reading your takes and debating with you guys. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of military tech, hit that like button, share the video with a friend, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on for more content like this every single day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.